Hello and welcome back to my Dandelion Diaries. I want to share another flip through with you guys for my month of February. This is going to be for my Journal of Joy. This thing has just been the best addition to my 2025 lineup, and I am still very much loving it, and I honestly feel like I should have one of these every year now. But anyways, this is the Through the Purple Night Hobonichi Weeks with the Hobonichi Weeks clear cover on it, and it's holding up very well. For the insides here, I haven't really done much changes, if any. I added my March sticker because technically it's March now, but I'm enjoying just having a sticker a month and not really using that for any other functional purpose other than it's just pretty to look at. And then the Calendex here, I've been keeping up with my key system using my zig dot markers of doing what brought me joy, reading, movies, or a show, or other, which could be literally anything. And I would definitely say February was a lot of other. I didn't do a whole lot of reading. I did end up finishing the book 1 of the Harry Potter series, and then also starting book 2 of the, I think it's like the War of something. It's the Daughter of No Worlds by 𝗂𝗏 Broadbent series. I don't remember the actual series name. I'm so sorry, but I started the second book with that. But mainly I just had a lot of other joyful things that involved lots of fountain pens, inks, and other things. But let's just go ahead and flip through this a little bit. For the monthlies, I've been enjoying keeping track of the different movies and shows I watch, but also just kind of snapshots of what is bringing me joy. So like up here on the second, I had lunch with my mom. We celebrated Valentine's Day, went to a chili cookout. I watched Emma, Mad Max Fury Road. I had all my D&D sessions on Mondays. I watched The Help. I had another trip with my mom. We celebrated my fiance's birthday. We watched the Super Bowl. Like, it's just kind of fun to look at little snapshots about that. And then in the weekly section, I've been keeping up with just writing down what brought me joy in a bit more of a sentence structure, like more of like a small entry, a journal entry, if you will. So for this first week here, I pretty much just wrote down the false spring things I was doing. I was still sick at the beginning of February, so I wasn't doing too much, but I was able to share my engagement with my D&D group, which was really fun. I watched Emma with Anya Taylor-Joy, and it was really good. I also got to journal outside because we were having that false spring weather, and it was so beautiful. But it was very, very short-lived, which I'll talk about in I guess the next week. But then I also got to celebrate my fiance's birthday. Like I said, we watched the UFC fights, we had burgers, and we watched some fun movies. And then I also got to break out my cozy socks because this is when the cold front number 1 blew through. For the second week of February, I continued with writing down things that were bringing me joy. And this pen, the 𝗏𝗏 Feel and Dandy, is just amazing. I love this pen. And I also love this ink. And I love that I wrote that on here, like, P.S. I love this ink because it is so true. This is the Winterberry by Diamine. It was part of the black ink vent from 2024 at the end of 2024. So good. I definitely think I may pick up a bigger bottle of it because I really just wanted to write everything with it. It was so much fun. But yeah, for Valentine's Day, I had a lot of fun things go down there too. And this is also when we had a major cold front come in, so it was practically freezing on Valentine's Day. And then we also got to go to the chili cookout this week too, which was also really fun. And I got a fountain pen that I was really excited to receive. So awesome, good things. Lots and lots of joy for this week too. And I really just like having this as a way to look back. And it's like, I guess it's the shorter, since it's like a shorter entry, I don't feel pressure to write a whole lot. Obviously there are days where like I had a lot that I wanted to write down as joyful, but I feel like for this being an add-on to my journal lineup, there is no pressure with this. Like I could literally write 3 words in there and it would still look great. It would look like a fuller page, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Anyways, the third week of February, I watched Mad Max Fury Road and actually ended up watching Furiosa right after that, but the original Mad Max Fury Road with Charlize Theron and I cannot think of his name, but he also plays Bane and Venom and a bunch of other things. Anyways, that movie's great. Furiosa, I was not a huge fan of. Anyways, then we got snow. We weren't expecting snow, but we got snow, and I got to go outside and play with the dogs, and it was just so much joy, and I took lots of photos, and it was just really fun to experience winter 2.0, I guess, for Texas. And yeah, I really had fun with that. And then I also had a lot of fun with my mom this week too, because we took a road trip to my grandmother's house and did some final things there. And it was just really, really great. And then after the cold front, the sun came back out and spring was here yet again. And I literally wrote down here, practiced photosynthesis, which was totally me because I was just outside absorbing the sun. Then the final week of February here. First off, this ink is just amazing. These stickers are from 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗽 Club too, and they're just as amazing. But I found a lot of joy this week in watching different shows. We started a new show called 0 Day on Netflix with Robert De Niro. So interesting so far. And we also got to make it further into the Star Trek series, the original one, which is kind of nostalgic for me. And then I think we also finished Back to the Future this week. It could have been this week or the previous week, but we were watching lots of movies and shows and enjoying the really beautiful spring weather. And yeah, it was just really, really nice. Anyways, moving right along, in the back of this book, I've been keeping track of book reviews. I did not technically finish Children of Fallen Gods by 𝗬𝗏 Broadbent, which is the second book in that series, but I wrote it down here anyways because I made it about halfway through. Technically, I'm going to count it as a February book, but I did finish Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, so that one technically should be pink, but it's not really a big deal. It doesn't really bother me that much. For the other sections back here, the, I guess, more pre-made sections, for the favorites, I've been using this as a place to put my 5-star reads and shows and movies and stuff. And I ended up putting The Help on here, which is a movie I have seen probably a dozen times. It is so, so good. It has Viola Davis and Emma Stone. And every time I watch that movie, I just bawl my eyes out and have a really good time with the emotional story of everything that they talk about, and it's just a wonderfully done movie, and it was beautiful. It was a fantastic movie, and I decided to add it to my 5-star list. Even though I've seen it before, it deserves the 5-star rating because after seeing it so many times, I still feel the same way about it. I don't know, there's just something about that, so it's a 5 stars for me. Then for the movies and shows actual list that I've been putting in my 100 page here, like I said, I watched the Emma movie with Anya Taylor-Joy. We started Star Trek, the original series, Mad Max Fury Road. We also watched a documentary called Don't Die. Very interesting. This guy's really trying to live forever, which is kind of interesting. Like I said, The Help. And then I also watched The Whale, which was very hard for me to watch. It's about an English teacher who's very overweight, let's say, and he's trying to bridge his relationship with his daughter. I identified a lot with the characters in that movie, and it was a very emotional watch for me. So I cried a lot in that movie. I would highly recommend it just because of the way the emotions are portrayed, and it was fantastic acting. Brendan Fraser did a fantastic job, and one of the girls that was also from Stranger Things was in it and did a really great job too. But very emotional watch for me. And then on my 365 checkout sheet here, I've been trying to track when I read, and I only read the 2 days in February, but there were longer reading sessions. Like I said, I finished one book at least, but it's kind of sad to see this so blank up here, but I know it's not an everyday practice for me. I just like to kind of see sporadically when I actually pick up books, and maybe I'll have some streaks in here where I just read daily for like 2 weeks or something. I don't know. Regardless, I've just really been enjoying this little book and am excited to continue with it into March and into the rest of the year. I don't think it's going to get super chunky because I'm just using stickers in the weekly, so I think it'll stay pretty thin like this, but I'm still very, very happy with this. And if in future years there's a Hobonichi weeks that I just have to have that I don't have a purpose for, I think I will just turn it into another journal of joy, because this has just been such fun to keep up with, and it only takes a few minutes to update every day. It's just really nice. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great start to your year. We're moving into spring. If you haven't started your goals yet, it is totally okay. We can get started with it now. There's no time limit on that kind of stuff. Just start whenever you feel like it or whenever you need to, because that's really ultimately what it is. You don't have to wait till the next new year to start. Okay, I'm gonna hop off my box now, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.